This is the Coach Ma, Jianping Ma. Yeah, I'm a Chinese former Olympian, and weightlifting sport is kind of my lifetime sport. So I started weightlifting when I was 12 years old, and become a professional when I was 16. My first international competition was in Italy, 1981. Yeah, I was lucky I got a medal at the Junior World Championships in Lugano, Sapporo, Italy. So my first Olympic competition in Los Angeles, 1984. Yeah, it has been a long time ago. So right now I have my new company, Ma Weightlifting. I'm doing weightlifting education and training services around the world, worldwide. So I have a lot of invitation and people invited me, and I want to make an improve for my seminar and the camp as well. So, and I just got back from San Francisco, and I have a great seminar in San Francisco 2 days ago. I will have a couple of trips to Europe, Asia, and also South America the rest of the year. I'm starting to book my seminar for next year right now, because this year my schedule is fully booked. So people love the Chinese weightlifting. I'm the one of the resource that people find me on the internet, like social media, Instagram. My Instagram name is Jianping Ma, just my name. Another is my company Instagram, Built for Business, Ma Weightlifting. Or you also can find me on Facebook, YouTube, I think. Yeah, I'm not good at social media, but I'm still learning. So people support me around the world. So I have so many students that I teach them before at the camp, seminar. Yeah, I've been doing the seminar since 2003, a long time ago. I've been doing a seminar around the world more than 100 times. And currently, I'm living in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. And I've been here a long time. So, and this year is getting more busy, because every gym around the world is open, which is good, that I can go travel. And I have a lot of upcoming seminar. I'm now prepared. So Poland is one of my upcoming seminar where we do on September time, in September.
Mm-hmm.
So I really look forward to be back to Poland again. So I'm very appreciate your support, like interview broadcast today. I think this is our first time. And, we can share the information. And if you have any questions, and your audience, anyone interested about Chinese weightlifting, talk to me, and then you can talk to you. Someone can talk to you as well, and you can transfer the information and questions. I will be more than happy to answer any questions people have. So I very appreciate such a opportunity that we can communicate. So English is my second language, okay? I speak
Don't worry, I'm not fluent as well.
But weightlifting is our second language, okay? Whenever I go, the people doesn't care about what language we speak. They care about the Chinese weightlifting. So since I'm a former Chinese Olympian, I learned Chinese weightlifting from my coach. Yeah. He was a founder of Chinese weightlifting. His name is Zhao Qinghui. I call him Coach Zhao. Yeah. He passed away in 2008 after the Beijing Olympics. Yeah. Before he passed away, I invited him to do the seminar with me in US. Yeah. People learn a lot from him. So, and anyway, so weightlifting is getting more and more popular, because weightlifting is covered everything. Not only in the absolute strength, speed strength, endurance, coordination, mobility, agility, and I would say mental also. So weightlifting is kind of everything. So total body conditioning. When people are doing weightlifting, I can imagine how hard if they don't know how to get the reasonable techniques. No? If you have a good technique, so your movement will be looks very smoothly, so without any issue. If doesn't know how to do it, it's so hard because we are not a machine. So we have to make sure our training, our movement must be smart. Okay, must be by mechanic. So all the movement we're learning is we need to do little by little. If you are a coach, you're coaching athletes, especially beginner, you have to coaching them little by little, from easy to difficult. So what is easy means? You have to teach them for snatch, for example, you have to tell them how wide they need for the grip. You need to know to teach them how to get the bar start, like the start position. What is the balance? Okay, and what is the bar pass look like? Okay, also what is the overhead? So all the details we need to use all like accessory to get the muscle memory. So the more you do, makes you more familiar with the techniques. You know, I teach people about the philosophy of Chinese weightlifting, which is to help people to understand much more about the methods. You know, so because weightlifting is a really, really hard sport. Not everyone can do it very easily if it doesn't know how to learning from the basic. You know. So the foundation training for everybody. You know, in China, people train earlier, like I did when I was 12 years old. Before I started weightlifting, I was in the track and the field. I do the running and the pro, and become weightlifting when I was 12 years old. But at the beginning, I don't know anything about weightlifting, and just build up little by little, and under the coach, so they're coaching me. So if someone doesn't have a coach, I have a online coaching set up that can help people. And Ma weightlifting, people can tag me. So Ma weightlifting can DM to Ma weightlifting. I can help people to learn some about the Chinese weightlifting technique. Yeah. I have a seminar, just I mentioned. I'm going to Poland, a different place as well. I'm going to Dubai, and next month I'm going to Korea, Singapore. Singapore is November, and Malaysia, December, and we're going to Taiwan. It's also December, and I have a seminar in Hong Kong. I think January. I think most of the seminar I will set up with the people is for next year now, because this year is fully booked. Again, back to the question, if anyone is interested to ask me any questions, and I will say many people may be concerned, interested about what is the difference between Chinese weightlifting and European or other style of weightlifting. So I will say, because the Chinese weightlifting, and we have done a lot of generations, so they built up a long time ago. Yeah, at the beginning, Chinese weightlifting, like the 1950s, it's kind of like white paper. They don't know anything. But since the 1950, Chinese team, including my coach, he's the founder of Chinese weightlifting. He learned, and he's a former teammate, also learned together through the American weightlifting, like a Tommy Kono time. You know, Tommy Kono is one of the hero of American weightlifters, you know, in the U.S. And little by little, 1960s, 70s, Team China, they're learning from Russia, Bulgaria, and East Europe. So little by little, they learn, and their summary they created our own system as well. So eventually 1980s. So Chinese weightlifters, they have the system created by our older generation, including my coach. So once we have a Chinese weightlifting system we set up, and never end, still keep improving. Even now, Chinese weightlifting is still learning because we can't say it's already end, but always learning, always try to improve our training methods. And you can see right now, almost everyone understands that snatch, clean, and jerk, but they don't know that they have a different recovery situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? People train by themselves, people train with a group, train with a team, so they're all different. In the Western countries, I think it's a little bit harder because they have no funding supported by the government. They always supported by themselves or association. But in China, actually the government support, so they have a lot of money to support for weightlifting. Yeah. So you can see once you improve, once you win the World Championships and Olympics, especially Olympics, so they will get a lot of sponsor or like money from the society or sponsors, government as well. Yeah, they build a lot. Yeah, they build a lot of reputation. A lot of like commercial opportunity as well. So weightlifting in China is getting popular because we have a lot of star of weightlifting in China. Like Lu Xiaojun and
the face of the weightlifting actually.
They are amazing athletes. They're the top athlete in the world. And
Coach Ma, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think about the 4 weight classes in the nearest Olympic in the Paris?
They have a new rules. I think they kind of send the 4 team. I think only like let me see, the 4 people. I'm not familiar with the new requirement. I don't know, but I would say the Paris is so far is one of the competition now for the weightlifting world. I think this is a great opportunity to everybody that this is a kind of like a last chance to show them weightlifting performance that China, I think, is ready because they are really, really professional. Once they get a chance to compete Olympics, I will say China will win most of the medals, especially the gold medals. China weightlifting is very competitive. If you compete in China, it's just looks like a small Olympics. Top 3 in China, they can win the gold medal in the world. So kind of like that. They're all close to each other. Yeah, sometimes even the 1 kilo, 2 kilos. Sometimes if someone opened earlier, so they're all close. But we also have a few athletes like Shi Zhiyong. Nobody can beat him. He's the first, but second place probably far away to him. But Lu Xiaojun is 66 years old. He's he's a master weightlifter, but he's still number 1 in the world. But his teammate, like Li Daying, the same category, very close to him. But Lu Xiaojun has a great experience. He's been training and for a long time. Yeah, he always has confidence, and he know what he do, and he understands how he can compete with other level, like other athletes. He always most of the time he win because of the experience. Yeah. I think for Paris, I think the team China is ready. They've been training very serious for this competition, and a lot of athletes and kind of like a training at the same area and do the camp. Right now, I think the is coming in the summer camp. They always train really concentrate at the training base. And when the winter coming, they will go to somewhere for the winter camp. So they always train, focus with quality.
Mm-hmm.
And the coaches also not only stressful as well, because they always want the athletes to stay healthy, stay training without any injury. So always pay attention with their efficient work. You know? And compared with other countries, I think a little bit different, because I just mentioned that other countries that have a different training system, different people training small group, people training by themselves, people training even professional, but the government doesn't have funding to support, maybe only from the society, get some sponsor, but not like China. China, the athletes, they just focus their training, and there's no worry for others, job, they answer their job. They don't care about other things, everything that they're ready for them. They're just the government support, because this sport is different. You have to focus and without any worry, and so that people can focus and pay attention 100%. So for their preparation for the Olympics, and I would say China is ready for the France, Paris, and many people now doing CrossFit, join weightlifting. I think weightlifting attractive people to continue, because I just mentioned that everything. So when I coach an athlete, I also ask, coaching the seminar, I ask people, how do you find me? I said, hey, we are CrossFit before. Since we want to learn weightlifting, they always thought, they told me they thought the Chinese weightlifting is one of the best. So that's why they want to learn. People find me on social media, Ma weightlifting.
Yes, I think we are going to write the Instagram and these other pages like Ma weightlifting, your Instagram, my Instagram on the screen.
Yeah, you can post, try to support. Once we have people watch my channel, so this will help the weightlifting sport and to continue for develop. So I think it is good for weightlifting, good for our sport. I think weightlifting, I just mentioned, is a very hard job. But once we get together to work together for the techniques to learning, and then will be a lot of easier. So because understand the philosophy and understand all the accessories that you can use for training, so that learning some training method. Training is training, and also we have to understand the recovery also important. Yeah, many people always focus about the heavy, but they never pay attention about the recovery. That is also an issue that we got a risk. If no recovery, no training. Especially after heavy training, we have to pay attention about our recovery. Once you get a recovery, then you can stay injury-free. Otherwise, you get a fatigue, you get overtraining, maybe you get an injury, so it's a lot of risk. But we need to learn, we need to understand, and how much important that recovery we need to pay attention. So, and any other questions? So let me know. So we can discussion. We can share the information for this broadcast. Okay. So my channel is at Jianping Ma, Jianpingma. Another my business channel is Ma weightlifting. Okay. And people understand that I started Ma strength before, but not anymore, because I have my new company set up since last year. I'm doing all the weightlifting education training services, including the online coaching, through my new company, Ma weightlifting. So this is a brand new company I set up last year. People are still confusing, but I'm not run the social media for my old company, but Ma weightlifting is my new channel, so people can follow. So we can share the information, and also people still confusing about my former company, and I'm not anymore to work with my former partner, so I want the people to understand. So my new company is Ma weightlifting. I will have my new website update very soon. Right now we have maintained our website. Once we ready, I will tell people about my new website. Okay, and Poland is my one of my favorite country. I've been Poland last year, and actually this year I think. Yeah, I was there and done a 2-day seminar, and people enjoy it so much. And I have a lot of students there in Poland. So I'll be in Poland again September. I want to say I really forward to be there again to share my Chinese weightlifting experience with all my Polish friends. So, and Poland actually has a very strong background about weightlifting. And yeah, I have my friend like Zygmunt. He come from Poland. I think he was a 1972 the Olympic champion. I think he used to coach in a short time in the U.S. and I think he back to somewhere, back to Europe, coaching Denmark or somewhere. I forgot. But he's one of my friends, and we usually talk to tell each other about weightlifting. Yeah, I really look forward to be back to Poland. Other reason because I have a lot of students want to the level 2. Because I have a seminar I done last year. It was a level 1. So now we will do level 1, level 2 together. So level 1 will be all the basic techniques we train. But level 2 seminar, level 2 will cover all the coaching methods, including the program. So like all the accessory, including the bodybuilding, all the fitness about weightlifting training. And I just mentioned about weightlifting is not easy sport because we are much different than powerlifting, and those like the same. We do strength training, but weightlifting more techniques. So you also find that the techniques influenced by the mobility too. So nowadays I see a lot of people. I noticed that they know how to do the snatch, clean and jerk, but they cannot make it perfect. The reason is because of the mobility. Yeah, the shoulder, hip. I want them to squat deep, but the hip is so tight. You know, I want them to get overhead straight, like solid, but their shoulder tight. So this all mobility issue. So weightlifting, we have to make sure we need to improve our mobility to support our technical quality. So I just done a seminar in San Francisco. I see people have such an issue. So
okay, so I think we can just go to the questions like speaking in other sports.
Okay.
Do you think like doing the weightlifting in other sports, like let's say football or rugby or the volleyball, like other team sports, is good or it should be avoided?
I would say weightlifting, strength training will support all kinds of sports. So I know that people play basketball, football, soccer, and baseball. Weightlifting is one of the perfect option to use for strength training because I know people do the weightlifting for their strength training, but make sure if they have techniques, they can improve their strength much more. Because I know people use when they do a power clean or even power snatch, they use too much arms, so they don't know how to use the legs.
Yeah.
When they do the power snatch, they just look like a muscle snatch. They don't know how to get up like a opposite direction. So when we say weightlifting, real weightlifting, so we have a gravity principle we call equal magnitude, simultaneous, opposite direction. So they know how to go up. They know how to get the barbell up. They don't know how to get it down. So down is also important to make your movement smoothly. Okay, so that do not use arm all the time. We need to use the whole body. And we need a simultaneous, means that the whole body need to work together to make the movement shortcut smoothly, make it naturally. So also, as amateur athletes, especially people from other sports, just I mentioned that football, basketball, soccer, when they do weightlifting, they have their own way. They doesn't care about the quality. So that also face a lot of risk, because probably they get an injury from this strength training. So if they're learning about how can get the reasonable techniques, they will improve more. They can stay injury free. So I recommend the 5 words I already talked to my student. The 5 words means is 5 elements that including the close, fast, low, timing, stable. So these 5 words kind of like a GPS. If you do snatch or whatever, clean, jerk, you have to make sure the barbell, the balance must be close to your body. Must be close. If not close, it's really hard. Have to get close. If you had close, if you use the bar close to you, then easy to get a speed. So if you have good speed, and also you have good mobility for your squat. For example, if you do 4 clean or 4 snatch, you need to understand, get under the bar, get to the squat catch, squat snatch or squat clean. You can make it lower so that make a shortcut. So I just mentioned that about close, fast, lower. Low means you need to squat lower so that it make a shortcut. You don't need to pull too high. Usually people make a second pull, they put it to more than chest. Then when they drop, they squat, they crash. So it's a lot of risk. It also wastes the energy. So I recommend these 5 words, including another 2 words is timing and stable. So close, fast, lower, timing, stable. These 5 words is perfect elements that athletes, when they do weightlifting, is good for reference. So you have to make sure balance is the foundation. The speed is the key. So if you have good balance, the bar close to you, you have good balance, you have good start position, then you just focus about other words like timing or speed or like stable. So make sure without any additional movement. So make sure that we are not a machine. We have to train smart. Our movement must be followed by mechanic, so that make a movement without any additional action, so that make a movement so smooth, make it natural. So again, the balance, I just mentioned that. What is a start position balance? So people, when they start, they didn't target their back, upper back, and head down. So I recommend you need to head up, chest out, knee open. So head up, you need to support your upper back. Arm relaxed, straight, knee open will support the low back. Okay, the balance at that time is on ball of foot, not on the middle of foot, or not on the toes, not on the heel, around the ball of foot. That point, that balance will get ready for second pull and get ready for extension. That is the line, the vertical line to shift the bar, brush up.
So, coach.
Get the contact. Yes.
So when you speak about the chest, you told the chest up. So does it mean that you want your scapula to retract, or just have it in the neutral, or even in protraction? Because I found this information around here in the American school. Let's say they teach to your scapula to protract like this. I don't know if you can see in the camera. Yeah, or open up chest by squeezing your scapula together. which one is best, or should we do like the neutral spine?
Yeah. When I teach athletes, I never talk to people many words. I just tell them head up, chest out, arm relaxed, just naturally. Not thinking too much words, too much stuff, so that the athlete can focus. So just give them a brief words, the key words for the athletes. So once they have balance on the ball or foot, that is a perfect position that ready for lift, ready for contact. So whatever you tall, you short, whatever your long arm, whatever your long legs, everyone, the start position, the balance should be the same on your ball or foot, not on the middle of foot or heel or on the toes. So ball or foot is the way, is the position that get ready for start. So yeah, many people ask me, hey, what is the start position? The shoulder in front of the bar, or a straight line, vertical line around the bar. So you don't need to tell them this. You just need to tell them head up, chest out, everything like a 45 angle around. So the balance around automatically on the ball of foot. So only ball of foot, you can jump. You kind of you can use the legs make an extension. So again, I just say jump. Our jump is different. We are not a real jump, but our extension, once you toes up, that is ready for slide your feet without any jump. Our extension is just connected with the ground. Our toes, our ball or foot still connected with ground. Never make a jump. So you don't need to separate with the platform. You still just need to slide the feet once you finish the extension. And whatever power snatch and whatever power snatch and full snatch, whatever power clean, full clean, we need an extension. Our extension for power and full means the full snatch or full clean, power snatch or power clean. The bar shift to the distance should be different. Let's talk about snatch. So if you do power snatch, the bar after contact, after get a second pull, extension, the bar shift to the least more than chest or around above chest. That is the minimal, so that it can get enough space for catch of power snatch. If you do full snatch, that should be different. You just focus your balance at the beginning, ball or foot, then get the contact, shift the bar to the chest or below the chest, depending your mobility. You don't need to get the second pull, shift the bar more than chest, because that's too much. Because you just focus the timing that time. The timing will help you to get the end of the bar for finish the catch overhead right away. So once you get a contact, the bar shift to the around the chest or below the chest, then it's ready for catch. Make the whole movement like a magic. You don't need to make a power snatch pull and use it for full snatch. That is totally unreasonable. Make sense? I show people at the competition. Most of people have their own way. They do full snatch or even full clean. They make it like a power first, then they drop, then they squat. So they waste energy, I think. I think this is the reason, the issue that come from their training. Maybe the coach or themselves never pay attention about we call the reasonable technique. So I would say, if you use 5 words, close, fast, slow, timing, stable, you will avoid such an issue. So always smart training, always try to make our movement reasonable. That is the snatch you just mentioned about. For the full clean and power clean, the bar for sure, if you do power clean, you need to get the bar shipped to at least more than chest so that you get enough space for the catch. But for the full clean, the bar, you just need to ship to the body button. You don't need to ship more than like a chest. That way too high away, too high. Because once you get the bar, finish the extension to body button, that is enough space for your catch turnover. So this is just difference than the snatch. Snatch, for the full snatch, you have to ship the bar around the chest or below chest a little bit. But for the full clean, you need to ship the bar after the contact around, the bar should be around the body button or a little bit lower than body button, because depending your mobility. I know some females or some people have a great mobility. They can squat very deep. Their butt almost touches the ground, but so that they can squat very, very deep. So the bar shipped to under the body button, they still can catch because the mobility support their movement. Make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah.
So So it depends. I recently saw people post about the 48 kilo category, the Japanese lady. Yeah, she's an Olympian. I saw her clean or snatch. I think it almost touched the ground.
Yeah, I saw that also.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her knees was like very inside and she almost touched the ground. I don't know. I read the comments that this was no lift. No, I don't know if it's true.
I think that should be no lift because I think they already touched the ground. So, but sometimes the referee give her a good lift because they had some they want to they see she make that, but they kind of see that a short time, the time too fast. Yeah. But anyway, mobility. I just mentioned that whatever full clean, full snatch, we try to get it lower as much as we can. That will be good. But for sure, we need don't against the rule. Okay, the rule said when you get a catch, nothing touch ground. So we have to make sure when we squat, our butt should be separated with the ground. So never touch. So
Coach, can you share with us some of the mobility routines?
Okay. Yeah, the mobility, I just mentioned, is so important. And my weightlifting, we get a certificate approved by the NCSF for mobility program. We will use we have a certificate for people to to get the certificate. I will get approved very soon. I think they already they start a process try to get approved. So mobility is also difficult to work on, I think, because depending on how old you are, if people still like children, young people, probably they got a chance to get some more improve. But if the master, like my age, it's really difficult. But I know I still can get some more improve, but it will be a lot of work to do. And I was when I was athlete, my shoulder always tight. But I always pay attention by mobility training. I do a lot of stretching. So that time I'm okay. I still can make a good clean jerk and even good snatch. And but when I become a coach, I do a lot of like a bench. Then I was surprised my mobility totally changed. So I improved my bench. I used to do the bench around 110. Then a couple of months I improved. About 6 months I improved to 150 kilo. I can do bench. 150 is not it's a big weight. So for me, for my size, but that is a big lesson that I improve my strength, but damage my mobility.
Yeah. So, I heard that Lu Zhangjun, his interview, that he don't really do bench press because of the mobility in the snatch. Yeah.
It's true. 2014, I think. Yeah, I invited Wu Xiaojun and Liao Hui come to the U.S. and doing the seminar with me together. And people ask him, "Hey, I see your chest, no muscle here. Do you do the bench?" As Wu Xiaojun tell people that he never done the bench, and maybe he do before, but maybe he done before, but never do regularly. So because he explained to people that the bench will damage the mobility. So he do dips, pull-ups instead of the bench. So I think it's a good example that Wu Xiaojun, and he's super strong, but he never do bench like a heavy one. So he still can make a heavy snatch, heavy clean too. So I'm also remind people that if you do bench, you depending if your mobility has a issue, so we are avoid that better than continue damage. So I would say if people's shoulders very soft, very good mobility, I think they still can do bench for sure. But depending, if someone like a master or someone already almost tight, so then they doing a lot of bench, then they were surprised. Oh, after a few months, they totally changed. So if you do bench, still you do, I will recommend you need a stretching right after your training. Yeah, do a lot of massage as well, stretching to maintain. So to try to stay the good mobility, so that can help. So the female, they can do bench. I think because the mobility is okay. But once they're super tight, so I will not recommend them do this. So, and the hip. So the two parts is I think is a majority. I see people have such an issue. Not only I just mentioned about shoulders. Now some people has a hip mobility issue. They can do squat deep. Some people even 20 years old, 25 years old, they can do deep squat because of the hip, the level stretching. So if you level stretching, your squat always higher. So you never squat deep, like a full squat. So I would say one of the methods that can help, that will support them to improve, is a belly button. Is a butterfly, to put the plate on each potato. A potato are like a patella on the knee, so they can stretch it. So other than that, another issue people have maybe is the ankle. So
okay.
they need to stretching as well. They need to stretching as well. When they do squat, whatever snatch, squat snatch, or squat clean, or even the back squat, front squat, the ankle need to make a small gap. So do not make like a do not make it so big. I would say the hip, the ankle should be stretching together. So that will help to improve their squat position. Yeah, that's important. So it's not easy to get 100% for the mobility because people come from a genetic as well. Some people already so super tight, from their parents. I think it's genetic, but they still can make some improvement. So I have my experience. I have two hips. They both are solid. Both are very tight. But one of my knee hurts. So one side of my hip, I stretching some more, and the other side, I stretching less. So eventually I found one of my hip is very flexible, the other one very, very tough, very difficult, because the reason that I'm not stretching that side very often, so I always stretching the other side. So I would recommend when you're stretching, you need to make it even, so that it will be perfect. So stretching. So, and the mobility is super important now. So especially for weightlifters. So when they do front squat, back squat, the squat snatch, full snatch, full clean, not only weightlifting training. So other sport also need a mobility. They need to improve. So I love the people come train from other such as like gymnastics. So people come from that sport to transfer to weightlifting should be a lot easier because I think they have a good mobility. Yeah, they also have a good coordination, foundation. Yeah, the coordination is also important. So people look the same. For example, in the gym, you can coaching them look the same. They have a mobility almost same, but they have a different coordination different.
Yeah.
So coordination also very important. They come from training. They also come from maybe genetic. So
I heard that if you are more tight genetically, you can produce more power, and you can lift more weight in the power clean and power snatch. Is it true?
So we always try to learn how to get the 4 techniques.
Cool.
4 snatch, 4 clean. We needed that. But for accessory training, we recommend we need to train not only the power style, power clean, power snatch, but we also need a little by little. We try to learn to get the 4 techniques. Mm-hmm. So for the accessory training, I know we needed that power snatch, power clean, but we need to also learn some other exercise to support our 4 clean, 4 snatch, such as I have an accessory I created recently. I use for my seminar, such as snatch turnover, clean turnover. So make it a lot of easier. Now I see people improve with their movement because such accessory just very detailed training. So have athletes get such a position right away. So they're learning quickly, improve quickly because these. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people never done the Chinese weightlifting techniques. They always jump. They always make the snatch or like a power snatch or power clean. They never focus about the 4 clean, 4 snatch because that is different. Power and the 4 is different. Around more than 20 kilo difference on some category. So I would say if you can do power snatch 100 kilo, just for example, your 4 snatch should be 115 or even 120 for snatch, because the 4 is 4, power is power. That's different. I just mentioned that the 4 snatch you just shift the bar to around the chest. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the face you can catch. Mm-hmm. But for the power snatch, you have to shift the bar more than chest or even to the under the chin. Mm-hmm. So big difference. That difference is that gap is around 15 or 20 kilo different. Some super heavy people, the class, so super heavy class, they even more because 4 snatch, 4 power snatch, the extension, bar shift to the line, shift the distance different, So you just focus the timing, then you make the barbell movement smoothly, shortcut. So I would say that's different. So the different sport, people train for weightlifting, they need to learn the details. Always little by little, never rush. Okay, if you are a coach, I would recommend coaching athletes little by little. Do not rush because you can train the athletes the first day with a 4 snatch, 4 clean and jerk. It's difficult. They have no muscle memory. How you can coach them this? I will recommend to build them a foundation first, to train them what is a start position. Yeah, what is the balance? How you can get the movement shortcut. So all the accessory will work on the for their muscle memory. Once they get a good muscle memory, they will never change. They will avoid injury. They will improve smoothly, very quickly. So all the Chinese system, training system, all the methods, I would say, is one of the best reference for people. So I have a lot of seminar. People invite me, so I will do around the world for people either in the area, so they can sign up. I can share the information. I can teach them in details, in person. So, and again, I doing weightlifting education, training services around the world. If any gym interested, contact me, Ma Weightlifting, on Instagram, so I can set up the schedule with them, so we can work together. So I really hope my weightlifting education can help, can support a lot of people. I want people to learn Chinese weightlifting, because I know this is one of the best training methods, techniques that to make you improve quickly. So again, I want back to Poland. I want to see you.
Yeah, I hope to see you too. I was planning to go to your seminar anyway, so
okay.
It's like 100% sure for now.
Okay. How far your location to Poznan?
To Poznań. I live in Malbork, so it's like 3-4 hours in the car.
Oh, that's so far away. But it's still the same country. It's okay. Same country, yeah.
Yes.
After Poland, I'm going to. I think after Poland, I'm going to. I'll have another minute. So after Poland, I'm going to Iceland. I have Iceland seminar on October 8 and 9. So 2-day seminar.
Mm-hmm.
In Poland, I will have a seminar on October 1st and 2nd. I think that is one. But before Poland, I will go into Athens, Greece. That is September 24, 25th. September 24 and 25th in Greece. So I've done the seminar in Greece last year, and really enjoyed that seminar, because the gym owner and Fatis is one of my camper. We were in China for the camp before. He's a really great guy, and I always want to meet him again. So, and Europe is one of my favorite place, and I've done a lot of seminar in Europe. So I have a seminar in Spain as well. I have a seminar in Spain. I think in August 13, 14. I want you to help people to tell people about this seminar. This will be my first time seminar in Spain. August 14 in Spain. August 13 and 14 in Spain, 2-day seminar. So the gym owner is also one of my camper. We were in China before for the camp, so most of the area the people invite me because they understand about the Chinese weightlifting. They're always interested, that want me to go there to run the seminar in person. So I really appreciate people support my new company, Ma Weightlifting. This is a great opportunity that for both of us. So I think,
and I think people appreciate your lessons too.
Thank you. I will offer the certificate, issue the certificate in person once we done the seminar every time. So whatever level 1, level 2 have a seminar. This certificate approved by the NCSF. So this is a good experience for all of us. And so I know right now almost every border is open right now, depending on some Asian countries. But most of the countries are open, so I can travel easily now. But during the pandemic, and so hard. Everywhere I go, have to do the test. But now America, in the US, now when I come back, so I don't need the test because they are open right now. So I done the 3 times vaccination, so I'm okay. I'm ready.
Traveling now is much easier.
Yeah.
Finally.
So we can schedule for our next broadcast, like an interview, some other time. If you can connect some information, questions from people, the feedback. If people listen about our broadcast today, they will have new questions, some other questions. You can connect all the questions and prepare for our next interview. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions about our listener, about our audience. So, and it's great communicate with people through the broadcast, social media. It's great.
Yes.
I appreciate yourself.
Yeah, I want to thank you for this opportunity to learn from you, to hear you, to spend this time with you, and to show myself with you on the same screen. It's amazing.
Thank you. I also have a couple of interviews done by the different channel. One is weightlifting house.
I know weightlifting.
Weightlifting house.
Yes.
In British, I think. Yeah, he done the similar broadcast with me before. Another one is in Taiwan. I think the name is Eric. Yeah, I will send you the channel so you can review that interview I done with him a few months ago. Yeah. And also have by the way, today I received another invitation from Dubai. Another gym want to do the broadcast to me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, when I wake up this morning, I see, another invitation. People found me, we're going to Dubai in August, the middle of August. And so my seminar in Dubai will be in, let me see, August 20, 21st. That's a 2-day seminar, level 1. So at Desert Barbell weightlifting club. So in Dubai. So another gym in Dubai, they just test me today. They want to do the broadcast interview. So when I get there, so I'm very happy. So I want to communicate with my fans, my friends, my students, and around the world. So this is my life. So weightlifting is my lifetime sport. So I really enjoy to share my long-time weightlifting, Chinese weightlifting experience with all of you guys. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So,
okay,
tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yes, because I didn't introduce myself.
Yeah, I know you're so young, but I know you love Chinese weightlifting and love weightlifting sport.
Yes, yes, I love weightlifting. Generally, I'm a student. I study in the physical education and sport in the academy in Gdańsk, which is like 2 hours, maybe 3 from the Poznań.
Okay.
I work also near my academy, near my college, as a strength coach.
I see.
In the Strength and Conditioning Education Center in Gdynia. I also work as a personal trainer to make some money in the additional hours, let's say. And I am keen on the weightlifting like for about a year now, but I did not make any progress from that. I went through some seminars in Poland, which helps me, but I thought that was not what I'm looking for. And then I found you on the Instagram and your old company, Ma Strength. I was curious about your knowledge you are telling other people in your seminars, and I wanted to go on the seminar when you were last time in the Poland, but I couldn't afford that, unfortunately, for that time. But I will definitely go in the September. You are going to be October?
October, yeah.
Yes, in October, I'm sorry. And that's, I think that's all the main information about me.
Yeah, October 1st and the 2nd in Portland. And that will be level 1, level 2. I think more about people interested about level 2. So I think most of the athletes have done level 1 with me in Portland last time. So now they want to come back to train with me again for level 2, I think. So it's a great opportunity, a great experience for we share the information.
Is it good to join the level 2 seminar even if you didn't do level 1?
Yeah, that people can just jump to the level 2. It's fine because during the level 2, I also will briefly review about our level 1 some techniques. So, but we will emphasize about the coaching method and also the programming. So that level 2 will be more details as well. So it's good. And I will use my computer to talk about the Chinese programming and also training methods and with all the theory. So not only practical, we also do a lot of practical for sure, but including the theory. So about the Chinese weightlifting training philosophy and methods. Yeah, so this is good. And then I'm also learning about social media. I'm not good at social media, but still learning. I have a lot of students that support. Yeah, very appreciate. Yeah, everywhere I go, so I have a lot of students that always accompanying with me to support me. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
That's great. I think it's like the best feeling in the world when you feel the support from the others.
Thank you. So for this interview today, so I want you to edit, make a post, and try to get more people know about the Ma weightlifting, so that we can work together for the future weightlifting. So whatever they want interested for seminar, they can host. And we also have a China camp. Not this year because of the pandemic, but our organized China camp in summer and winter from next year. Maybe June, go to China together for the camp. Usually the camp about 2 weeks. And summer and winter, both are 2 weeks. Yeah, people already joined my camp last 10 years. And even before March, I've done the camp. And normally we do 2 times a year, summer and winter. So I will get the people to know about the details. So once we set up the schedule, okay. So yeah, if anyone interested about China camp and whatever online coaching or seminar, they can text me through my Instagram at Ma weightlifting. They can talk to me, so I can share the information. Okay, appreciate the people, everyone support. So let's do it together. Let's work on our weightlifting training, make it more improved, get it stronger. Yeah.
Okay, I have some questions prepared that you haven't, coach, answered yet, but I think they can wait for the next time, maybe.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I am working in strength and conditioning, which is more emphasized on the sports, team sports. And there is some questions about the weightlifting in team sports and also strict in weightlifting.
Okay.
I think we can do let's say after this podcast, we can do maybe part 2.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yes.
And we can talk about these questions. I think I'm going to make some more even.
Yeah.
As I'm.
Yeah, I agree. So once people have a question, so you connect it, then we can schedule for next interview broadcast. So I will be happy to answer any questions people have. So I always want to learning as well to each other. Okay, we learn each other and try to improve for our editing. So I would say this is a great channel that we can share on social media with all our friends. So it's I very appreciate you start this broadcast platform with me. I know most of us we have no experience for the broadcast, but we can make improve. We can make it better for our next interview. Okay?
Yes, exactly. That's pretty new experience.
Yeah, great. So that's it for today.
Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I will see you next time. Thank you everyone for support my validity. If you have any questions, contact me or contact the Angel, so brand, so we can keep in touch. Okay.
Okay, and thank you very much for the broadcast. Bye bye.
Thank you for your time. Bye bye.